And again, the reason why I'm showing you Tucker Carlson is because people have such a low opinion of Tucker Carlson. I mean, the liberal class and the Democrats. And the reason I show him is because if Tucker Carlson can get it right, that means you should get it right too. Because Tucker Carlson is just as dumb as me. And that's why I show you Tucker Carlson. You should be embarrassed that Tucker Carlson can ask critical questions that you won't. Regarding T. Carlson and Rutger, Kyle's point was that you don't bring people around to your way of thinking by throwing it back in their face when they agree with you on it. Can I tell you something? If this is what Kyle said, it makes me feel so much better because I was having the same thought. And I was like, am I crazy? Because your instinct is to go slam Tucker Carlson on this, right? Because Tucker Carlson did kind of react badly. Did you see the video?
No, tell me about it.
So there's that guy at Davos who called out Davos for the one guy saying, well, where's higher tax rates ever led to?
Yes.
That guy said, well, in the United States, you dummy. That's right. And so that guy got invited on Tucker Carlson. And Tucker Carlson had him on to talk about this. And that guy just started slamming Tucker Carlson and Fox News for being billionaires who do the bidding of other billionaires. And he goes, and when do you ever talk about this? And Tucker was like, well, I'm having you on now to talk about it. And then he just kept insulting Tucker. And then Tucker called him a fucking moron and kicked him off the show and said, I brought you on and I'm sorry, you're an idiot. Well, the guy's obviously not a moron or an idiot, but the guy, he did call him an asshole. I thought the guy actually... So if this is what, so I was a little bit afraid.
Now I need to watch it because I honestly just took the headline and I was like, oh, Tucker Carlson flipped out on someone. Okay,
that's what I did.
I watched
that was it. Like, see, I didn't watch it.
I watched it and it was fun to watch. It was fun to watch because Tucker Carlson. Well, he tries to be nice to him at first. He is nice to him at first, right? Because they're on the same page about this. But he keeps coming back. It's not that what the guy said is wrong either. It's not. He didn't. But if this is what Kyle is saying, that wasn't the best way, because when people go on, people criticize people for going on Fox News, and they go, "Why would you go on and you're validating blah 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 whoever is you're on the show? You're validating Tucker Carlson, and he's a white nationalist." And people get on Glenn Greenwald for going on Tucker Carlson's show, and Tucker Carlson says, "Hey, I go on. There's a huge audience. Tucker Carlson has a huge audience of American voters." And they come, and so if I get to say what I want to say on that show, I can speak to those people. That's really valuable. And then he also makes the point that Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, Dianne Feinstein, all the above, they go on Fox News all the time. They don't pretend like half the country doesn't exist. That they speak to half the country, Fox News, so they go on there. I'm not a fan of Fox News. But I tend to agree with that. I tend to agree with that. It's better to turn on Tucker Carlson and hear Glenn Greenwald tell the truth than not. Right?
Yeah. I mean, it's
that's what I think about that. So, this guy got on Fox News, and it was like he kind of, no matter what Tucker Carlson was going to say, it seemed like this guy was going to just sabotage. I guess I should play it.
Well, I feel like if you're going to do that...
I guess I should play it. Then we'll talk about it. Him and Tucker agree on some things at the beginning, but this guy keeps trying to fuck with Tucker. It's kind of weird because even though Tucker, there's, again, I have not been a fan of Tucker Carlson at all and been a critic of his, right? But it's weird to see how every once in a while he's allowed to tell the truth about certain things. Like in this, like before he was allowed to tell the truth about the Syrian war, but they were letting Tucker do it, which is mind-boggling. So then we would show him doing that because, wow, if even Tucker Carlson can get the Syrian war right, that everyone else knows the truth too. They're just going along with the military-industrial complex. So here is Tucker getting this right kind of too.
I mean, it feels like I'm at a firefighter's conference and no one's allowed to speak about water. That's one of the great moments, maybe the great moment in Davos history. Rutger Bregman is the author of Utopia for Realists, and he joins us now. Mr. Bregman, I can't stop laughing just listening to that. And part of that makes me wonder, are you the first person ever to note that people are flying private to talk about global warming and that none of them mention tax avoidance?
So Tucker's actually highlighting what this guy wants to highlight. Tucker's like, wow, you made some great points. all these people flying in on private jets, all these one percenters flying into Davos on their private jets, and then fretting about global warming and climate change. And then not talking about tax avoidance. So this is great. And so Tucker wants to help get this guy's message out. And so he says, has anyone ever said that before at Davos that you know of? So Tucker's actually highlighting this guy's message. And here's how it goes.
Never said that before at Davos that you know of?
Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not an expert on Davos history, but it is a bit hypocritical, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And others have noted that. We've noted it on this show. We've just never gone to Davos and said it out loud as you did. So if I was wearing a hat, I would take it off to you. What response?
The irony is Tucker actually is saying it on Fox News right now.
And he's literally saying it right now.
And he's literally letting him say it on Fox News right now. So that's that's at least he could say, and I appreciate you now making this platform available to me to say it on Fox News because it's never usually allowed to be said on Fox News. That's how he could have said it, but he does get cut. Well, let's watch. That's cool that he did that. I'm told that's 100% cool that he said that.
I don't think anything he said was unreasonable at all.
No.
Yeah, I thought, yeah.
Yeah,
I think he's right
that's
on.
cool that he said that. Yeah, I'm with them. I'm with him saying that. Why is Tucker allowed to make this point? That's this. So Tucker and this guy are in agreement. They're in agreement, and Tucker brings this guy on to make this point about tax avoidance, and it's a big deal. And it goes off the rails. Watch. That's what he's doing, right?
Yes.
Okay, I just want to make sure. And so that's where now he starts to get a little bullshitty. So the other guy's point isn't exactly in line with Tucker's. So the Dutch historian, his point is that we need higher tax rates. Tucker really wanted to talk about tax avoidance. This guy, it was obvious when Tucker realized he wasn't going to air the interview because he just started swearing at the guy.
You might not like it, but you're a millionaire funded by billionaires, and that's the reason why you're not talking about these issues.
But he is talking.
But I am talking about these issues.
Yeah, only...
So that's the See, that is the problem. He did bring you on to talk about this right now. So talk about it. Again, I don't know how big of a problem it is. Again, I applaud this guy. I applaud what he's doing. And so any criticism I have of this guy is nitpicking. So let me just say that at the beginning, right? He's doing a great job, and this needed to be said. These things he's saying need to be said. But that is kind of ironic, right? He goes, you don't talk about it. He goes, well, but fucking I'm bringing you on right now to talk about him, and you keep busting my balls saying I'm part of the problem.
But Tucker Carlson prodded him to start busting those balls.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
He basically said, are my balls worthy of being busted? And the dude said, yeah, they are. If you want to know why, I can tell you. Do you want me to tell you why? I guess so. So I'm going to tell you why.
Okay. All right, hang on. Let me back it up a little bit so we can get a little bit of a honeymoon.
But I am talking about these issues.
Yeah, only now. Come on, you jumped the bandwagon. You're all like, oh, I'm against the globalist elite, blah, blah, blah. It's not very convincing, to be honest.
Why don't you go yourself, you tiny brain, and I hope this gets picked up. Because you're a moron. I tried to give you a hearing, but you were too annoying for me.
You can't handle the criticism, can you?
I think there's definitely an argument to make that, well, he was bringing you on, but then there's also Ron's point that, well, you did kind of prod him.
Okay, but the point is that this was...
When Tucker Carlson can tear you apart that easily, you have a horrible argument. And this is like that's his first argument. And he just got ripped apart. So that's why it's so easy for Tucker to knock this shit down and expose it as the bullshit it is. Tucker Carlson let's listen to Tucker Carlson. So let's listen to Tucker Carlson. Here's Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson can destroy you. He can effortlessly. He just destroyed that guy.
Yeah.
Tucker Carlson. Now, while Tucker Carlson says lots of knuckleheady things, in my opinion, and a lot of people say he's a white nationalist and all that stuff. So there's a lot of bad. So when I show a clip of Tucker Carlson, it's to show you that even a guy like Tucker Carlson, because that's why when I show Tucker, I'm like, well, if Tucker Carlson has these thoughts and he sees the truth of this situation, that means that everybody does. Because Tucker and I are two knuckleheads. That's my point. People always, again, like to say, why are you propping up? I'm not doing that, you assholes.
No, I mean, that's the point that makes it so...
Woo. Fundamentally, elections are about the economy. Tucker Carlson told the truth. Everybody take a shot. What? Tucker Carlson understands what the problem is? Tucker Carlson says his theory is that the economy isn't as good as it used to be and young people are going to struggle no matter how. Yeah. What? That's what he just said, right? Tucker Carlson and Mark Blythe, that moment you realize that your best chance to see a progressive on a cable news show is on Fox. Tucker is inadvertently or unwittingly stumbling upon the reason why we have Trump. And Tucker Carlson's like, well, hey, this is serious stuff. How come nobody's doing anything about it? And why aren't people talking about it, Tucker? Why aren't people doing more about it? Well, because at any given moment, 2 out of the 3 news networks on cable are going to be talking about Russia. And it's amazing that if Tucker Carlson can stumble onto this, that means that everybody should know this. Democratic congressman, he went on with Tucker Carlson, who doesn't wear the bow tie anymore. So he's nailing him. He's like, you don't know, because he knows, Tucker knows, that if you had that evidence, you would show it to us. So Tucker Carlson's about to dismantle him right here with just real easy, straightforward questions. He's on Fox News, red baiting a Fox News host who actually has it right this time. That's how shitty the Democrats have become. They make Tucker Carlson look good. They're making him look like fucking Walter Cronkite. Tucker Carlson. When Tucker Carlson can call you dumb and he's on point, Tucker Carlson can dismantle you. Ugh. When I met him, he seemed like a nice enough guy. And he's, by the way, he's tall. He's a regular tall guy. Tucker Carlson making him look like a boy.
Yeah, he's charming. He's very funny.
Yeah.
You meet him, he's super affable.
He's super affable. Right now we're going to talk about Tucker Carlson. We featured Tucker Carlson on the show before, seeing what they'll let Tucker Carlson tell the truth about. Mm-hmm. So he was able to tell the truth. They allowed, at Fox News, they allowed Tucker Carlson to tell the truth about, and I mean it in a good way. I mean, Tucker... You know, every once in a while, Tucker Carlson hits a home run. But here he is. He's going to tell the truth about that. To me, it sounded like this indictment thing, the timing of it, was to mess with Trump's meeting with Putin. And there he's saying now Trump is bowing to that. And I felt the same way. It's like, oh, there you go. So Israel, the Sunni states, Saudi Arabia. And so he's right about that. This is the best part of his thing. So you could disagree with everything he said so far. I disagree with some of it.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
But you could disagree with everything he said so far. But you cannot disagree with this fact that he's going to lay on you right now about the current environment in the United States. He's really laying it down right now. But for whatever reason, he's being allowed to tell the truth here. Mm-hmm. So tip of the hat. When someone does good work, tip of the hat. And he laid it down precisely. And the points he made about that you're not allowed to disagree anymore, that is super chilling. Tucker Carlson, I want to do this video. I told you it's been a strange couple of days. Chris Hayes tells the truth about Israel-Palestine. Tucker Carlson stands up against the war. Standing up, telling the truth about Trump's war. You think I'm kidding? Let's watch. This is unbelievable. So this is how bad the news media is. This is how horrible they are. Fox News is now the beacon of reasonable thought on war. Tucker Carlson does a great job on this, actually. So it just goes to show you he could do a great job all the time if he wanted. So watch this. The news media, the Democrats, the Republicans, the military-industrial complex all agree on that. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. There's nobody's allowed to be an anti-war voice. No. Except Tucker Carlson. Or Tucker Carlson.
If only because there was nobody left to ask skeptical questions.
And it's so easy to see through them. Tucker Carlson, because all you have to do is read. Does this guy sound like he's just... Are we doing the same news show together? Are you kidding me? I've been doing... You look at our series, look at this, and then look at... he must have watched our video, and then he dropped this video. And Tucker Carlson, for whatever reason, decides to tell the truth about this right now, which is fantastic that he's doing it, and it's fantastic he's doing it on Fox. That's fantastic that he's doing it there. That's much more helpful than me doing it here, I think.
And I didn't read anywhere that he lost advertisements.
Oh, he didn't lose advertisers?
No.
Oh, okay. That last part was awesome.
Dude, this whole segment.
So I don't even care why Tucker feels free to tell the truth about this, because he's going against the president. Look at Tucker Carlson. I did a segment almost verbatim what he said, very similar. Tucker Carlson talk about war making strange bedfellows. Tucker Carlson, all right. He's actually done great work on Russiagate. Tucker Carlson, he's done great work on this BS Syrian war. It falls on people like me and Tucker Carlson to tell the truth about war. When it hinges on me and Tucker Carlson to tell you the truth about war, and there's a lot of people who will shame me for playing a Tucker Carlson video. There's a lot of fucking morons out there who have their head so far up someone's neoliberal ass that they're going to actually castigate me for telling the truth about war. And I don't care who else is against war. I'm with those who are against war. You watch the comments, watch the morons, watch the idiots, watch the people who are a cancer on this fucking country, because those kind of people are so fucking stupid. Tucker Carlson and me, a dumb jagoff nightclub comedian, can easily debunk this. Easily. So you're not going to get the truth like that. You get it on Fox News of all places on Tucker Carlson's show. So when somebody like Tucker Carlson says, don't believe anything you hear on any other news stations because they're lying to you, well, it actually bolsters what he's saying, especially when he will tell the truth about Syria for whatever reason.
Yeah, right?
And Tucker Carlson decided to tell the truth about Syria. Here is Tucker Carlson. We're going to continue. We have one more video to show you, a more recent video of Tucker Carlson talking to another Democratic knucklehead. Tucker Carlson. What a piece of garbage. Guess who it is? It's this guy who people think is the worst guy in the world. They say he's a mouthpiece for white nationalists and all that. Well, why is it someone else saying the things he's saying? Why is it Tucker Carlson who's actually sticking up for the middle class? And so now here is Tucker Carlson talking to a run-of-the-mill jagoff Democrat. Ready? Here we go.
California, who joins us.
Tucker Carlson just humiliated him. Just humiliated that guy.